Good evening. Oh god, I'm sitting weird, and now I have to readjust myself. Should have thought that through, and I did not. But hey, how goes it? So as you can see here, okay, this is what I was worried about, that I would get a little bit obsessed about these friggin' things, because now I kind of am. Let me see here. I have my handy dandy. Hopefully okay, it's correct. There was one live stream on Insta that I did this and I cut myself by accident because I got too excited to open the package, and then this went into my freaking hand. And it was bleeding, but it was I was able to hold off. There wasn't like splurts and spatters of blood all over. Don't worry about that. So what I have right here is my girl Opanchu Usagi.
I made countries like Peru on my Rubik's Cube.
Yes, that's nice to
Peru
hear.
looks like a realistic one.
What did I tell you earlier, little babies?
I live in USA. I picked the ball.
Yes, you did. Okay, okay. I already told you. All right, so we have this, we have this, and we have this again. Yeah, we are, because I'm trying to see if I can get Jubaja. If I get Jubaja, that is fine. I can just leave all happy. If I get Sun Wukong, that would be great, but he's one of the rare characters, I think. This one, what I like is you know what you're gonna get, and they're boxed up exactly what, you know, it's supposed to be this. And I saw the rest. I'm not too keen on the other ones. They're about similar looking. But my God, what this store does is they really don't want you to steal. I'm not gonna, but probably a few bad apples ruined it for the rest of us normal folk. Normal, I say. I say normal. Anyway, one. Let's get over with. Because I want to start doing the drawing stuff. I don't want to talk too much. Yeah. See, what you see is what you get. Very, very cute. And then I guess you can put these in little have a little photo session with your characters. And as you can see here, it's, maybe this one would be kind of funny. I didn't see that one. I saw this one and this one, but I wasn't too, because they look similar. So I want something a little different, but this one was still kind of, and I like that it matches the freaking image. I think those are one of the main goals about companies in Japan when they try to make replications of images. They want it to be exactly as they're advertised, which is great because, you know, sometimes when you try to buy things and it looks good in the thumbnail, you receive it in the mail and it don't look like a damn thing like what you wanted. And I usually am not very confrontational, but it depends on how severe it is. Like if the damn thing is missing, like I bought 6 pens, 4 are missing. My math may be bad, but not that bad. I will have to return it.
This is a Peruvian flag.
Yes, it is.
It looks like it.
Uh-huh. So this is like my little collection right now. I'm not going to get all of them, okay? Like, while I like her, I'm not that obsessed, I think. Maybe some plushies would be another story. But still, those are a little harder to get because I think they're slowly becoming more popular here. I've been seeing her little face and weird antics happening recently. And so I'm going to be all trying to look, but at the same time, I say that and then I buy these again. So, but these were $6.99. Well, this was $6.99 for sure, and I think these two were $5.99. Well, oh, they're not in the 10.99. So, if you don't want surprises and what you see is what you get for sure, I would recommend. Also, if you actually like the character, because I know not all Japanese mascots are for everyone's cup of tea because they have some weird characters. I'm like, what the hell is that? But sometimes there's some charm, there's some cuteness. Not everything has to have the same kawaii dasu face. Like you totally don't have to have that. So trash. Okay, so how much? Oh, okay, not too bad. Let's get on with here. I hate having to be the annoying person, but for a recap, this is what, oh gosh, this camera is kind of, well, it's on my phone, so what do you expect? So I want Jubaja, and then that would be great. I don't know that one too much. I wouldn't mind her. What the heck is Red Boy? Oh, I don't know. I kind of like him. And then that would be great. But yeah, actually, oh, I have that one. Okay, okay. And I'll try not to look at the card that they, if you're the impatient type, you can see the card. And I don't want to, I don't want to. I got duplicate. Ah, I knew it. I knew it. This was going to happen sooner or later. Would anyone? No, I'm just kidding. So, okay, I'm not going to do the whole song and dance again because I already got one. So maybe I could paint this over. I could maybe do more accurate colors. I can do a pastel color repaint. I am a little hesitant because it's flocked. If you can tell, it's very soft looking. It has that flocked texture. So I might paint over it because I do have like I had like maybe two other duplicates of Lulu the Piggy. So yeah, okay, that it was gonna happen sooner or later. My luck ended. These damn things. They really like to piss people off. Well, they piss me off. Not real piss me off. It's like, hey, kind of like that. I'll just put that here for the side. Throw this out. I don't know if I'll save. I like the blue. Sometimes I cut out the boxes and keep the images because some of them are really nice art. This one though, I'm not gonna keep. I already kept one. Not one is enough. So if this one is this one, I'll be as Nedge, I'll be pissed off. Okay, don't look at card. If it's the same one, oh goodness gracious, because I know my luck is stupid. Like it happens. It's a different one. Okay, okay, that's good. And the one I didn't want is Red Boy, but now upon closer inspection, is quite cute. So I take it back. I rather get a different one than another Bull King, a Bull King Demon, whatever, or another Nudja, however you pronounce. I like the tiny horns. And is that a third eye? I don't know. I probably not, but very cute. Is that all you got, sir? What is here? Oh, okay. So this is he sits on it. I guess that makes sense. Do you open easily? Probably not. Please excuse my surgical scissors. While I have this, I don't have the best of luck with it. I mentioned earlier, so. Get out of here. Oh my gosh. They're like, no. Stop being stubborn. Get out. It's time for school. Sorry. Oh my god. This thing. Stop being a pain. Be glad that you're... See, these freaking coins. I wish they made these like they could be like a little collectible, but they would probably charge you more if that were the case. So, okay, fine. And we have the the little booklet card thing here. Oh my gosh, I want Juba Jet. Look at that. Okay. So we have this. All right. So this is what that looks like. All right. Alrighty. Okay, so I am pleased with that at least. I had one dupe, was not too bad. Could be a lot worse, and maybe I can do a custom paint of sorts. So it just, what do you, his butt's all flat. I guess you sit on this. The little flame, there's a pig face on it. What the hell? That is stupid cute. Yeah. And then, wait, what is it again? Oh, I guess it's here. Oh, okay. So I'll just, sorry, excuse my desk. Ugh, I was tired. So I guess it's like that. Pencil, get out. You don't belong here. I'm just kidding. Oh, let me put this. I need a new silicone desk thingy. All right. Here you are being slobby. Oh my gosh. I know it's not even, but I'm rushing a little bit because I need to start doing my art stuff. And oh gosh, I thought I cleaned, and I think I'm not very good at cleaning apparently. So 2 out of 3 is not too bad. I am glad that I'll probably try to think of something to paint somehow. But I tried it once. I didn't like it, but maybe I'm not very keen on painting duplicates. I could sell them, but I'm like, ugh. All right. All right. So that is that. That is that. 10, oh, almost 11 minutes. All right. So last week, there was, or weekend rather, there was a request. I only was able to do pencils literally right before I went online. Because I can rush with pencils. If I don't have to have the perfect pencils, I can whip through them pretty okay if I know what the heck do I draw, and that's fine. And God, I was cleaning my desk. Why is there hair on it? Freaking ugh. So that's what I have so far. I'm trying to make it more cute, to have a more little chubby round shapes. I'll try to do less realistic and more like a cartoon-ish little illustration rather. I don't, but I need to do lines because I need to see what the heck I'm doing. That would be great, you know? Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just making sure my notifications are not turned on because it gets disruptive if I have friends. Let me see. I usually don't do the Sharpie pen, but I kind of need to see what the heck I'm doing. I've been doing a whole bunch of different um works in progress because I realize I have a lot, and it's really it's stockpiling. It's pretty bad. I also noticed that the illustration, the very simplified drawings are more popular than the detailed stuff. And if you do detailed stuff, you have to be a freaking perfect prodigy, and I'm not. So like I work hard and most people don't give a crap unless it's like super ridiculously perfect. And I'm like, you I thought y'all don't like the computer generated or even digital art to some degree, but no, they still like it. But at the same time though, ugh, I can't compete. That's why I don't really talk about my stuff too much cuz it's tiring. Like, well, I want to say I want to quit worrying about getting more views, likes, and follows. At the same time, though, I think even in my Instagram, I lost I think 2 followers already. I think they realize I don't do Sailor Moon stuff only. I'm like, no, I don't do only Sailor Moon. Or they want me to keep reacting to Sailor Moon. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do all that. And I already messed up. Ha 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 ha. Okay.
Lucky Charms is a marshmallow. Lucky Charms marshmallow also gives you power more than Lucky.
Really?
If I get 4 Cobra,
Excuse me.
I'll get the same power.
Think that's how that works. Oh, this looks like a turkey leg. Cute. I want round chubby babies. Okay, that's fine. Though I think this one's a little weird. This is gonna bother me, so I have a grace period to kind of fix it in painting, but oh well, we'll see how it turns out. I don't know if that person will show up, but if they do, okay. If not, this is good for practice anyway to do stuff. Well, it's not on the spot. I can't do stuff on the spot, sadly. Well, it depends. If it's something I'm familiar with, maybe there might be hope. But if something that's I'm not, I just like a dinosaur tail. If it's something I'm not familiar with or I haven't drawn in a long time, I'm gonna struggle and I don't want to waste other people's time online. So I will try to do it off camera to speed up the process and not worry too much. But um, that's not a given just because, yeah, I was gonna do it earlier and then it was my kid's birthday. I had to run around and do things, nag. And then I had to deal with some things about my kid's school. So there's that. Well, it's not so much me, it was like announcements from the school. Like, I would like to consider doing more faster illustration sort of art, but my old habits of wanting to do detail tends to sneak and creep into my art. And I love details, but other people don't seem to like them. And I do get the don't care about what other people think. Do what, yes, I know. But at the same time, when you're doing the same thing and the same thing doesn't help with your stuff, especially on YouTube, that's the other thing. Insta is one thing. What I need to do is switch gears, and I hate saying transition too much, but I would need to switch on over to. Why does it look like a dog leg? I can fix it. um, I think I did the leg wrong. Can I check what a panda leg looks like? Because it looks like a dog leg. That's not. I don't know. But I do know they have very stubby front arm things. Okay, that's not too bad. Now I just have to figure out what the heck. Hopefully it doesn't look weird. I don't know. All right, so we have something. We have some lines. Now let me do a quick check on what panda legs look like. I don't pay, like, we all know what pandas look like, but when it comes to anatomy, I'm not going to remember every freaking thing. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have 3 heads and 6 arms and legs, but sometimes what you think looks like a leg and turns out, oh, that's not supposed to happen. And it looks like I made a dog leg. I need to confirm. It's okay to not know all the things, but people online expect you to know the ways of the world,
Ohio,
especially if you're older. But
Ohio is always so evil to many countries. They always take
Ohio, don't say weird things.
Ohio is not very close to California.
Yeah, so you never been there, so don't say weird things about it when you've never even been there. All right. That's one thing I don't like about what not what my kid said, but some people like to talk crap about other places and they've never even been there.
What if Greenland
They've
and
only
Iceland swap
hearsay from
their
others and they take it at face value like, "Oh, yeah, that person said that place sucks. Therefore, don't visit there." I'm like,
What if Greenland and Iceland swap places?
first thing I look for Panda is Panda Express. That's not what I want. Mr. Hey, what did I tell you about trying to upstage me? No, I was kidding. Okay, so legs. They don't look like the legs I did, so okay, good to know. They look.
A very long time ago, Earth turned into
Okay,
a
there's a leg here.
supercontinent. Earth turned into a supercontinent extremely long time ago.
Okay, so this is supposed to be. Okay, so I can do this kinda, and this can be a little small. Okay. And while there's a mistake, I can fix it probably. All right. Paint, help me.
A lot of old cars are spotted
Light.
from the 1980s to 1990.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Do I have? I also have. I had a painting on here. I didn't like it, so I painted over it this morning. I have no idea what the heck I'm going to do with it. That happens often around here where you have to start something and then you have to like, okay, now what? And if I don't figure something out, it's going to be another stuck cold case work in progress. It's not going to push forward for who knows how long. I don't know. Let me think. I want to try to make like a kind of what is, I want to do like those pastel art thingies. So, but I'm not very good at that, funny enough. So I'm not going to do the standard colors because screw that noise. Uh, I mean, I should, and yet I don't. Okay, so we'll see what happens.
Heat. There's a lot of heat words in my Roblox videos.
Yeah, I bet. Oh,
Why there's so much heat?
I have no idea. You're the one making them.
I might be doing
Looking for
AI
paints.
subtitles.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, I think these will have to be the dark colors, and then How do I not have yellow? What the heck? This is too dark, but oh well. I have more paints, but it's in the other room, and I don't want to go back and get it. Very good. I have this one, but it's just gonna merge with that one. I have this thing, but this one is oil. Okay. All right.
My dad caught a lot of stingrays.
I know. No, he didn't. He got sharks. Also making sure.
They're indestructible.
Are they?
Yeah, they have a skin reflex.
I think this would be better achieved with watercolor, but sometimes I try to make the acrylic more watercolor-like. I was able to do it, but it's kind of a pain. And honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I say that a few times to a few friends, and they're like, "What? What?" And then they kind of get quiet with me. I don't understand what that means. Is that envy? I don't know. I didn't take. I'm not I wasn't a serious art student, let alone art major. A lot of the stuff I do, I eyeball it or look at very, very short tutorials. I don't like when they have tutorials and they take like 20 years to finish what the heck they're trying to say to get to the point. I don't like that. And so I try to skim through and pick whichever ones just have the less amount of BS, and I can figure it out from there and just hopefully what I do makes sense. Also, I've been looking at Lisa Frank stuff, and I didn't like Lisa Frank growing up, and I still don't like the arts, how they're drawn. It's a bit too much for me. But what I do like is the whole pastel rainbow thing. Whereas Lisa Frank stuff is kind of too much. But if they tone it down and make the colors more soft, like I've seen some Japanese illustrations achieve that, and they look like very cute storybook art. I like that so much more. And so I want to kind of try to do that with this. But now I don't have reference on hand right now. I'm going to have to try to eyeball it. Good luck. Good luck with that. And I sputtered on some paint. Hopefully what I do makes sense. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not sure. And then if people ask me how I do things and they're serious about it, I'm like, I don't know. In my head, I don't say that out loud. Of course, I'm going to look stupid, and I really don't like looking stupid. But at the same time, it's hard for me to explain most of the my creative process. You know, I just hope it looks okay, and I need to see the lines. There are instances where I've done this before, but I don't do the line art, and when I do the what is it? The paints over the pencils, my pencils are gone. I can't freaking see, and so I have to remember where the heck do all the line art, where is all the line art? And then it's not as accurate as the first time around. So that's why I want to have the line art sticking out. I do notice a lot of art they don't want to have any solid black lines. I'm like, I know comic book art does that, but illustrations totally they don't do that. And I was like, but I like that was my strength was line art. But a lot of people doing digital art especially, they try to not include lines or they make the lines a slightly darker of the original base image or colors. And I was like, what? Why do that? Anyway, well, recently here we have Super Bowl stuff going on. I did not go. I'm not sports. I'm not into sports, but I try not to be like, I hate sports. Yeah, it's just not for me. And if they're gonna start talking about all the lore and not lore, like how to play the game, my eyes will glaze over. Um, my other family members like sports teams and stuff and say we won. And I was like, what did you do? Sorry, but if you like it, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I was only people who talk smack about others because you don't like sports. You're, like, oh, shut up.
This plane crash. This train has been lying around for 17 years.
Really?
The whole train is extremely rusty and dirty. A lot of passengers survived, but not the conductor.
Okie dokie. Rest in peace.
There are just 900 parts. Not bad. This train was actually used for trillionaires. Unfortunately, no conductors survived.
Yeah. And then what else about the Super Bowl stuff that I saw online? Not the actual game. All I know is Patriots versus Seahawks. I'm like, okay, what else? People are flying in all over here, and there's even some celebrities. I was like, what? But more than half of them, I have no idea who they are. And I was like, I don't know them, but I am familiar with at least 3 people, I'm going to say. And I was like, oh, I am familiar with that. Oh, aren't you in the, in the files? And I was like, oh, okay, let's not think too hard. There's even people online saying, like, I can't look at the files no more. It's too much. And I don't want to bring that stuff up because if you're online long enough, those files show up in your feed. And I was like, oh, goodness gracious. And I'm saying, but yeah, it is there. And I'm intentionally not looking at them, but some of the inserts or screenshots some people put on their reels and they show it, even if it's redacted or not. They even found out how to remove those redacted boxes. I was like, oh, or even watch the videos. I'm not looking at that. And then I'm not going to look at that. I have a kid here. I'm not going to look at that.
This train is only 899 parts.
And I think it's for the best.
This door actually
I think if any... Excuse me, sir.
This door of this train ripped out of the train. It didn't have time to crash and depress.
Okay, then. Thank you for sharing. If anything, I would think professionals that deal with this stuff is more likely suitable for dealing with that stuff than random people online, because even some of them were admitting, I need a freaking break. This is too much. How can people do this and that? And yeah, and I'm like, stop looking at it. God. It's, I mean, it's available for the public to see, but I'm like, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. So anyway, I just try to, I don't know, just be around my kid as much as I can. even though a lot of stuff that I'm interested in, he used to be when he was a toddler. Now he likes more
I was
stuff
so
familiar with
small
my
when I was
dad.
a baby after I'm born.
Yes, you were.
And my dad thinks I'm a cute boy.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Peruvian flag.
Oh, thank you. You showed me already.
Yeah, let me try to make the Canadian flag. This is Canadian.
Oh, it is.
But Mexico is hard.
Well, yeah, they have tiny pictures in it. He's doing he's making flag signs using a Rubik's cube.
This flag might be
That's his
Finland.
that's his current phase now, among other things. But that's one that stands out right now. But yeah, I'm
This
not gonna talk about that stuff in front of my kid, obviously. But just yeah, I can't be looking at that stuff. Even if my kid's at school, I'm not looking at that stuff. I already have enough stuff to deal with on my plate. I don't need extra stuff other people did in my head. It's like if you want that, hey, approach with caution and take a lot of breaks. And I still think professionals who handle that kind of stuff would be better suited to look. But they also mentioned, like, how come they're not sharing this? Like, can you see why? Anyway.
I made the tablet.
Aw, this is kind of cute.
Installed it. It's so easy.
Oh, my brush is getting my. I'm trying to remove it. My Sailor Moon reaction reel is still garnering attention. I barely look at it, only a few comments. And then one of them mentioned, like, this is definitely for girls and gay people. And I'm like, for Sailor Moon. And I was like, I'm pretty sure straight people enjoy it too. And then they try to backtrack and say, no, I mean the culture and the verbiage and how they talk. I'm like, but they're speaking Japanese. What are you saying? I don't understand what they're talking about. Even if they say it in English, I mean, they're just saying words. They're not saying this is only for girls and gay people. I'm like, I don't think that is the case. I think they're just trying to be silly. I don't know. But I don't know if I'm going to reply to that. I'm just saying, like, it's not just for them. It's for everyone. If they so happen to like girls, if they dress up like guys and turn into girls, whatever, that's what the author wanted. That's what the author. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. And you can watch it. You don't have to be super girly or gay to watch Sailor Moon. I don't think so. There's a bunch of straight people I know that watch Sailor Moon. That's why I don't agree with that person. But they're saying like how they use the words and and I'm like, no. I mean, maybe if they said this is only for XYZ people, maybe, but no, that's not the case. It's for everyone. Even though I think because of how different cultures, different societies
What if we're waiting at the
approach.
What if we're waiting at the bus station and the red one is like this?
What did I say?
This will look like a cybertron.
Sir, I've already told you before. I told you not to interrupt me too much. I know you're sharing your stuff, but we had this talk before. Don't do that, please. It's hard for me to remember things when he disrupts me, and he knows it. I know he's smart. That's why I'm like, ugh. I can't always answer and then go back to my subject, and then I forgot. Because it happens a lot, and I'm trying to not forget. And it's harder because I'm getting older. So anyway, thank you for sharing your train, sir. It's just Mama has to keep talking or I forget. Anyway, see now my brain's like, oh, I'm gonna start dragging off somewhere. Like, no, come back. So anyway, I don't think Sailor Moon is just for certain groups. I think it's for everyone. Because straight people watch it too, and they enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with that. I just didn't agree with what that person said, that it's only for girls and gay people. I don't think so. Um, but I think some people, especially here, interpret that because how they see the subject approached from Japan versus Japanese fans as well. You know, like they don't. I don't think they. Maybe if they do take it seriously, I don't know how the fans in Japan are versus the fans here. The fans here, I think they take it a whole other level. Because once I made that one video, oh my gosh, the rain on the comments, and the trying to correct me on the lore and this and that. I mean, okay, some of them were super nice about it, but then some of them were kind of snobbish about it. But I didn't look at all of them because I got stuff to do. Same time though, I do appreciate those trying to um, explain what's going on there, why the uterus is used as a source of power, gentle power, and yet it's the size of two Buicks getting hurled at some random boss lady. Yeah, yeah, I do appreciate those helping me out rather than being stuck up and snobby and Little Miss Gatekeeper about it. But even when I explain it's not that big of a deal, then they get kind of upset. I know. So I'm like, I don't know. Or they try to backtrack and it's like, that's not what I mean. What I mean, like, dude, I'm not taking this seriously. Okay. I just watched something that I haven't watched since I was like 13, 14 years old. Realize there's something that's not common here in Western cartoons, and I made a comment about it. That is it. You don't have to do all this extra shenanigans, and you don't have to. You can tell me, like, oh, what's going on here? Is that normal? Apparently it is. And most people telling me that were men. So I was like, okay then. So, much appreciated. And yeah, that's all that I can say about that. But once no, I don't look at all the comments because I'll just never finish all the comments. But once in a while, I see one that stands out, and well, it doesn't have to be super rude or oh, this person doesn't know the lore of Sailor Moon. Oh my god, like no, I'm not gonna humor them with that. But if they mention some things, I'm like I don't agree, but I'm not gonna be like a jerk about it. Then I might jump in a little bit, but I'm not going to invest too much time. But right now, I think it's about 263K. And that's the only thing that is successful in my freaking channel. None of my art stuff. I do other things, and no, it has to be the Sailor Moon one. And I only have one Sailor Jupiter painting. I didn't get much stuff for that. Only the few friends that like Sailor Moon still. They were fine. Yeah, they liked it. And then that's it. They don't bother to look. And I think that is like the general gist of finding new people on Insta. Like they might like the random weird thingy you made a comment on, but other stuff, they don't really seek it out. I'm kind of bummed out about that because like the only thing that's successful with my stuff are things that I half-ass on or I make a stupid reaction. And then the other one that was second was clotted cream fudge debacle, where I didn't know what clotted cream fudge was. And they were saying, you uneducated American, how dare you not know about clotted cream fudge? And I will say clotted cream fudge like that just out of pure spite. And it was annoying and I didn't feel like looking at it. Like, I'm not gonna take that. So I archived it because screw that noise. I got better things to do, okay? Than try to humor complete strangers about clotted cream fudge. Like there's so much crap going on in the world and that's the one thing you want to pick a fight on with me, really? And when you look at it that way, especially with all the stuff coming up recently, that is rather silly. And so well, even so, I'm not going to look at that. I got better things to do. So yeah, that was like my recent. And then I haven't been doing art stuff lately. This is the actual time I'm doing art stuff because I've been tired. It was my kid's birthday. Not his fault in the slightest, but I was tired after getting all the stuff done for it. And then I'm, by the time I can do art stuff, it's already 1 in the morning and I'm hella tired. So I go to sleep or I doom scroll until I pass out. And so, yeah, I haven't done as much art stuff as I wanted. And so I was kind of bummed out about that. And I was worried I will get lazy and just not do it anymore. So this is also why I like doing these live streams. So even if I miss out a whole freaking week of no art, I can go back to the live stream and continue some element of art aside from the freaking blind box addiction. And so um it's motivates me to keep doing art. So if it's not for other people, it's definitely for myself. Because if I was only doing YouTube and Instagram for everyone else and not myself, I would probably quit. I'm gonna say as early as 5 years ago. I wouldn't want to be doing it only for the people. Like giving the customer what they want is not always a good thing. Okay. So yeah, I just want. Oh, that looks kind of cute. I'll show this from this angle. That's what I have so far. Oh, very cute. I'll add some other colors in a bit, but I just want to get some dark colors in first and the base color and figure what the heck do I do. And also I need to get a smaller brush pretty soon. This is getting kind of smudgy. So having it a little bit smudgy, I kind of like that some of the Japanese illustrators do for their work. I really like what they do. And I'm like, I don't, not so much copy. And I don't want to say I'm inspired. I just want to do my own version of it to see how I can figure it out.
What
But
if I see bleach on this train?
don't go on the train. And
Then we have to clean up the bleach.
mm-hmm.
Because bleach is smellier than we thought.
I warn him time and time again not to disrupt me. He does it anyway. And they say, oh, that's how kids are. Yeah. Most people who say that usually don't have kids. Or if they do have kids, I think they would be a little bit more like, oh my gosh, I know, right? But I'm not to the point where I'm going to like cuss a kid out, okay? I'm not. I can be mean, but I choose not to be mean. But sometimes when I'm disrupted several times, I have to put my foot down. Otherwise, I will be walked all over. I will be always disrupted. And I don't like it. And also, I had to change my voice a bit, have more assertiveness in my voice. I can't be Miss Meek, Miss. Well, I don't know if I can do that, and, or I talk so fast while I mumble. I have been made fun of by certain, I'm gonna say relatives to keep it vague, about me mumbling, and I get a little angry inside. So at the same time, I improved by accident when I lived in China because over there, especially in the northeast part, they are loud. And if you are not loud, you will not be heard. And so I had to adjust and change how I talked. And when after a while, some family members rec- um, find that odd, like, oh, you didn't used to sound like that. And I was like, what was I supposed to sound like, you know? But yeah, and so I try to change myself time and time again. I've achieved a little bit. I could do more, but I don't like the whole extroverted thing and people pleasing and stuff. And I'm like, no. I think we use being selfish as a negative, and it is seen as negative. But the other thing is sometimes you have to think, place yourself first in certain situations, especially if you're the one that has to take care of things. If you don't, bad things will happen, okay? I'll just leave it at that. You can figure it out, especially for those of you who've had experiences where you do too much for other people and shit happens and your health becomes not so great and you don't take care. Like, let's just say I am aware of what happens if you're not care, you don't give a shit about yourself too much, or you don't take time to rest and say, hey, no, get away from me, well, not like that, but at the same, but then you have other people who like, what you usually do this, and I'm like, yeah, I'm tired, get away from me. And I will say that, but it depends on who it is. Of course I'm careful, but usually when I say I'm sick, then they leave me alone. So well, I do get sick easily, so I'm not totally lying. I think finally that stupid dry cough went away. Oh my god, that was so freaking stubborn. I think because the weather's getting warmer now, so that's a relief. It's going back to the 50s later this, I think today and tomorrow, but it's still warmer than what it was when my kid was born. I remember it was super rainy. There was even a small flooding, and I think the trains were down and people were stuck because my husband was in there too. So yeah, I and it's gray, ugly hail to some occasion, but now it's like glorious, wholesome sunshine the next day. Recently, I'm like, what the heck? This is not, this is not the common weather here. What's going on? Yeah, it's interesting how times have changed. I did see a lot of planes in the air recently. I wonder if that contributes to anything of the weather pattern. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just saying different things, but oh, that's kind of cute. Here, try to sneak in some color here.
Bad cat music video. That one. I mean the bad cat music video is copyright. The part we show the frog.
Okay. I think I have to make the brush smaller in a bit. Oh, I was also supposed to go online earlier than this time, but I went a bit later because I was helping my kid with his Valentine cards. Funny enough, he wanted to work on them early. Usually he kind of puts things off. He's like, no, I want to do it now. I was like, what about tomorrow? No, I want to do it now. So I had to take advantage and help him with the cards. Well, I was breaking the cards up and he would just sign them off. And then I would, um, what was it? I would do put the sticker in. It comes with a sticker. It's kind of dinky. I should have done the nicer stickers, but these are too small. But I thought these were way cooler. But now that I look at it, I was like, oh, I'll keep it. Well, my kid liked it too, but yeah, I was like, it's okay. But yeah, I was like, oh, I had like a bunch of stickers, but I was like, I don't think they care for the stuff I like. So I just left them with the stickers that came in the box. And then I was remembering how it was like when I dealt with Valentine's Day, Valentine's cards. I remember because I was in a Catholic school. Yeah, that stuff. We would wear free dress of red, white, and pink, and to some extent purple because it is mixed in with red or pink or whatever. And yeah, it was just Valentine's Day card, the classic lollipop hearts, um, certain chocolates here and there. Not that big of a deal. As I got older, though, and then I did notice people talking about Singles Day or Single Awareness Day and being like, yeah, especially nowadays where I'm hearing about people having a hard time finding someone and then they lament and they complain about all the, oh, no one loves me. I'm not making fun, but sometimes it sounds like that. And I'm sorry about that. But at the same time, though, they talk about like screw Valentine's. And but if they found someone, they will not hate it anymore. But um, how I interpreted that growing up, as I reached adulthood and did not have a Valentine. I think we just treat it as just give family extra chocolates because that's what some of my siblings did. Like, oh, I have extra chocolates for Valentine's. You want some? I was like, oh, hell yeah, gimme, gimme, gimme. And that was it. I didn't give a crap. Um, Also, a few of my friends would give Valentines to each other, so that's fine. It does not have to be, oh, you have to have a boyfriend or girlfriend, what have you. You don't have to be in a relationship or even a crush to do the Valentine thing. And that's how I interpreted that growing up, so I don't really think of that as a big deal. Now, some people beg to differ where they have expensive dinners, jewelry, chocolates, a big bouquet of roses and stuff. Bouquet, how I think it's bouquet. And then the there's some sort of standard that I was not aware of because I don't hang around people, but because I hang around my family a lot, and they offered free chocolates. I'm like, hey, gimme. I don't care. So I'm kind of glad I didn't go down that route where I had to worry about other people judging me for not having someone. I already have that in my family and relatives. So For Valentine's, funny enough, they didn't give a crap about that stuff. Like, oh, where's your boyfriend for Valentine's? They didn't give you anything, you know, things like that. I didn't have to worry about it. I'm thankful for. Um, at most, it was when I was already with my husband, and some random neighbor people would ask, "Oh, are you missing someone in your group?" And my husband was asking, "Who? What do you mean?" Like, there's no baby. Where's your baby? And we're like, oh goodness. But they're like super old people asking that stuff, and they're in China, so and they're saying it in Mandarin. I was only told this way later, so it's okay. And it's not as invasive as um, stories online where people harass their children, harass relatives. Where's your kid? Where's your boyfriend? Where's your girlfriend? I didn't have that, and I am glad. I didn't have that pressure to find someone. Um, or they thought maybe I was ugly. I don't know. I don't know. But I did not at the time as well. I dressed way more. I'm not sure if they still use the term tomboy now, but I was definitely in the baggy clothes before this crap exploded again as I speak. But I was way more into baggy clothes, and I had the short hair. I had the hoodies and this and that. And I think I also did not want male attention at the time. I think I was not so much, no, it was not I like girls. No, it wasn't like that at all. It was more like I got shit to do. And I'm not interested right now, and I got things to take care of because I was always hanging around my family and helping them out. There was a sick family member here and there, and I had family was priority. That's what I had to do. So when I hear people talking about, oh, their college life, they get to live in dorms and spend time with friends, I didn't have that. Most of the time, I had to go straight home and help out with family, help babysit, go to a part-time job, work, and do homework. So I didn't really have the fancy college life. I was always doing something. How I managed to juggle all that and not go crazy, I don't know. I think it was my art stuff and the few friends that I had that kept me a bit more grounded. Otherwise, I honestly, if I tried to do that stuff now, I'd probably collapse. I'm pretty sure I would. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. Well, I think I scared off people. Anyway, well, that person isn't showing up. Well, I have a cute drawing, so I'll just take it as it is. It's mine now. If you're not there, you snooze, you lose. Okay. But oh, that's actually kind of cute. I like how it's turning out. But I need a smaller brush. Ah, found one in the bottoms. Kind of scruffy though. Should I use Old Reliable? Oh, this ain't the business. And this, oh god, this one's all F. Oh god, I need to. I'm also overdue at cleaning my brushes. I don't know if I should do a live stream on that because that's hella boring. I mean, I can talk more, but I don't think the stuff I talk about is entertaining enough to. It's not entertaining for me to talk and clean brushes. I did it before, but it was my friends online were saving grace and didn't mind, but I don't know about on here. Aw, 54 minutes already. Oh shoot. Oh, I also have plans. I have one of Zashiki Buddha, but I also did one. I have a plan. I'm going to do something from Stranger Things on here because that's what I want to do, but I'm going to use foam clay on this. I don't know if I'm going to invest a lot of detail work on it using the foam clay because I'm not that good, so I'm just going to play it safe and just use it for small details. But hopefully I can get it finished by the 14th, but I don't know yet because lately I've been hella drained of, I don't know, I've been hella tired. So hopefully I can start working on it this hope later today apparently. Oh, this is looking kind of cute though, so that's good. Oh wait, what else can I talk about? But yeah, the whole Valentine's thing, right? I'm not too big on. I don't take Valentine's as seriously as for now with my husband. I think we just give snacks or sweets and maybe watch a movie, and that's about it. It's not a super extravagant. Oh, let's go have a steak dinner. Though my kid's been asking for steak lately. I don't know why. I'm like, ugh, no, meat's expensive. But yeah, we don't really go big on Valentine's. It's just give each other small desserts or treats, and then that's about it. That's all I know. Like if I had a few friends close by, and they, and we can do like a kind of candy exchange. I don't mind that either. I'm like, ooh, I get candy, woo. Okay, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, I don't have friends close by, so that kind of blows. But on the other side of the coin, you don't have to spend money. I do notice when I go out, I spend a lot more money. Even when I'm by myself, I still spend a lot more money. Imagine having to do that, and you have friends, and then you go out to lunch whenever. That's why I notice, like, maybe another reason why they don't hang out as much is hanging out's expensive, and you got stuff to do. So, but once in a while is okay, I think. I think most of mine moved away, or not so good things happened, and all that stuff. Oh, this is kind of cute. So this now the line art's getting stubborn to remove. I don't have any funny stories about Valentine's Day. I do know there's a Chinese version of Valentine's Day, but I think that's not until summer. I don't know, or it's by the lunar calendar sort of thing. I don't know. But we don't celebrate that. I was only told, "Oh, it's Chinese Valentine's." Do we have to do anything? Same as regular Valentine's, just Chinese version. I was like, "Oh, are we doing anything?" No. I was like, "Oh, okay." That's about it. Okay. Let me try to add some dots. I'm not achieving this illustration look as I thought, but oh well. Oh, I do have a Sailor Moon drawing, but it's not Sailor Moon. Um, I have one in my sketchbook. I think I shown last time, and then another one that I have, I forgot, was I drew Sailor Saturn. I like her. I know I haven't watched enough of that series where Saturn was around, but I can kind of tell that she's tired of everyone not doing their job. And it's like, I have to reincarnate and destroy the world, not in that order, and y'all can't fix your job. Y'all can't do your job. I don't know. I think she's a kind, and she's sick. I'm like, I'm sick. Why are you calling me in? The hell you doing? you know, I don't know. I think if I was Sailor Saturn, I'd be pissed off. And I think that's the one. I think that's also my astrology planet sort of thing. I don't know, because I think I also have Saturn. I was like, yeah, and she likes purple. I like purple. Look at the purple. So yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting. And I did draw Sailor Saturn a few times, but I didn't take it as seriously. It was just like small sketch stuff. But oh, I messed up there. That's fine. Well, at least it's looking like I most. I'll see if I can try to finish what I can within. Well, it's already an hour, but during this live stream, see if I can finish this. Probably not, but I got pretty far. Usually, I only do like a small portion because I'm too busy yapping. Oh yeah, my kid's birthday was a few days ago, and my dad's birthday. He passed away already, but his birthday was on February 6th. My kid's birthday was a few days prior to that. And so I think when they found out my kid was born on his birthday, I'm not gonna say what his birthday is, but I think my oldest brother said, "Oh, if you held on a bit more, you can give birth to him same birthday as our dad, February 6th." And I was like, "I'm not holding him in extra days. That's a bit excessive. That's what the heck. I'm not doing. I didn't do that, thankfully. I was like, he got to come out. The doctor said so." Holding it in because he might have been joking, but I was like, I'm not holding that kid in there that long. I don't know if I should talk about the story of the birth. The miracle of birth. Oh my god. Does anyone remember in high school having to watch those miracle of birth videos? It don't look like no miracle. There was a lot of screaming and oh my god, there's the head. And I was like, oh, good lord. I'm so glad I didn't have to look at that while giving birth. But for those, well, the ones the medically trained, hey man, power to you having to see that often. As for me, I was like, ooh, I don't want to see what's in there. I'm so glad my husband didn't record. If he recorded that on his phone and showed me, I'd probably die after sock. Like, I'm gonna slug you. Don't do. I mean that with love, obviously. I'm not gonna slug, but at the same time, don't show me that. I wouldn't want. I gave birth, even though I don't want to look at that. But my gosh, I just remember that in high school. I only wanted to take the course just to get over with, and so I didn't realize. Oh, I guess we have to learn about the miracle of birth, and whoo, what is that in there? It's a little funny. Not funny. It was more disgusting, but just the situation itself. I was like, oh my gosh. But some people, because they see those videos of giving birth or the rare ailments or diseases or things that'll happen when you're pregnant, and you're not going to have that healthy pregnancy glow. Stuff gets bloated. You get extra itchy. You're irritable. Puking for 9 months. That can happen, and you wouldn't know it until it happens to you. Um, Bad pains in, I think, in your sciatic nerve. It might be the sciatic nerve, but I had really bad back pain. And then nosebleeds aren't cute either. um, but other than those, there was slight not. I'm so glad I didn't have the vomiting thing. I think if I had that, I would totally be turned off from giving birth because I'm like, oh hell no, I don't like puking. But thankfully, that was not the case during the pregnancy. So there was that. I remember waddling though, because my kid was getting heavy, and I couldn't tie my shoes. That's that one I remember. It's like, why am I still tying my shoes? And I was like, oh god, I remember that. And then coworkers touching my belly, calling me pregnant in another language. That one was kind of annoying. I think I could say that now since that store doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, that was hella annoying. If you see someone with a pregnant belly, ask permission first. Then reaching out and then doing it assuming they're fine with it. I'm pretty sure most of them would not like that. Ask permission. Oh, this is pretty okay. I wasn't expecting too much. What's that? Oh no, it's just notifications, blah, blah. Okay. Make sure that thing's not noisy, sir. Anything I can talk about? I'll try my best not to talk about that stuff on the news. It's like, ugh. Oh, there's these block parties happening in the city now. And I was like, wow, that was a ton of people. But I was like, oh, that's right there. It's something I wouldn't mind music and dancing and stuff. But then I was like, wait a minute. Would I actually enjoy it with that many people? Because it's like shoulder to shoulder. It's that packed. Freaking sardines. Would I enjoy that atmosphere? I think in my teens and 20s, and I was not aware of how annoying that can be, I would probably be at most curious and try to see what's going on. But also, around that time, I was dealing with family stuff I mentioned earlier. And so I don't think I would, and my dad was around then, he would definitely would not like me to go to such a block party. And now that, like, oh, you're older now, you can totally do that stuff. You don't even look your age, right? But then there's a whole, ugh, that's so many people, and they probably don't wash themselves if you're unfortunate to encounter such a lot, and then and then having to make sure there's no weirdos nearby you. So ultimately, I think because I became more introverted, the idea of being around so many people at a block party, I had to politely decline from wanting to seek out my curiosity as to how this block party would be like. But yeah, uh, there was a lot of people. I was like, holy crap, that's a lot. I'm surprised because it's kind of, it's not, we're not, the city's not built for that amount of people. If anything, China is more built for that amount of people because there's a lot of people and they can do a massive ass block party if they wanted to. But I think they got better things in mind. Oh, I might do the rest off camera, but I got the general gist of it. This is what I have right now. All one of you. Yeah. I still have to clear out some areas, try to make it a little bit more kind of clean. Especially, I think it's the faces because that one I have to do more details, and I gotta get on out of here anyway. I thought I can do a work in progress. Maybe I could do a quick card, but that's what I have so far. One more time. So, oh, I need to add more pink, I suppose, but I don't have time right now. They're gonna wrap up to go sleep soon. They are going fishing, and I'm probably gonna stay home and clean. So any card I can do here. Oh, this is one of the cards I start. It was from a Lisa Frank thing, but I don't know how I'm gonna make it any different. Probably not. anything in here I can draw? Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to paint over her. I don't like how this is turning out. That is unfortunate of unfortunate because I like Biko. She's supposed to be the antagonist and the spoiled rich girl that everyone loves to hate, but I don't know. I still like her. She's alright. She's kind of funny. Also, when she starts laughing like a crazy person while she's plotting another robot mecha for to go against Aiko, she's hella funny. I like her alright. So what happens when I have a boo-boo or a card I don't like? Goodbye. Goodbye forever. That's it. That's all I do. And then I have to figure out what the heck do I put on this card. I don't know. I could actually draw Biko again, but a nicer picture. And then what else? I find it very odd that younger people, use terms of endearments like girly, bestie, honey, sweetie towards me, and I'm way older than them. I'd be like, listen, you, but I'm kidding. I'm not used to it, I think. That's the reason. I rarely ever am addressed in that manner. So when it comes to me, like, I should come up with names too, it's not very good because I was around my brothers a lot and we would make fun of each other. And so my term of endearments are insults. And so I always give a disclaimer to people like, I don't have nicknames for you. And would you like a nickname for you? Do you have suggestions? I try to be kind about it because don't leave it up to me. I might give you some messed up ass name. You're welcome. So I think that's a small tidbit fact about me. Like if I give you an insult of weird name and but it helps me remember who you are, that means I care about you. But if you don't like me saying names that probably sound like I'm making fun of you, let me know what kind of name you like. Then I will, address you by that name every so often. Okay. I wouldn't want to be calling someone a name and they don't like it. That's kind of messed up. Okay, so now I have to wait for this to dry off line. I wonder if I could do something on here. I gotta borrow this pencil because I'm too lazy to get my other. Oh, there's one there, but I'm too lazy. Let me pick a drawing and figure out what the heck do I do with orange. And they left. Fun fact. I rarely ever draw with orange. Out of all the colors, the least one used is orange. I'm not sure why. Because, funny enough, I look good in orange. And yet, when I use it in arts, it ain't turning out good. I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. Oh my god. I should. That's messed up, but. Should I? Nah. I don't know. It's that dog mixed with that little girl from Full Metal Alchemist, and there's an orange overcast on the image. And I was like, I I know it's just a fictional two characters, but that's a bit of that's a bit much for me. If you know, you know. Oh my god. Anything that's orange. The good thing about me with pencils is pretty fast with it. If I like what I'm doing. The downside about pencils is it is freaking messy. I don't have those clean, pretty, precise pencils like most more established artistes are good at, and I think that's fine for them. They can do that, but it's not fine for me because I got shit to do. So I have to do like a short burst into doing the art stuff and then help out with family, get ready for bed, clean up, all that crap. So actually I do have a few dishes to wash, but thankfully not a lot. That's good. I don't have any orange. Where is your orange? Oh my god. And I'm getting sleepy too. No, I did take a nap, but I'm still kind of sleepy. Goodness gracious, I do not have orange. Oh, I do have, but it's like someone in a bikini. And I already did that already, so. Ta. Bye-bye. Next. Actually, where's Battletoads? I've been meaning to work on Battletoads. Oh, shit. I don't even know if anyone that is familiar with Battletoads. I didn't even play the game that much. I only played a little, and then that's about it. But something about them was funny. I think I only like the one with the jet ski stage, and then that's about it. Battletoads, Battletoads. Oh my god. Also, Earthworm Jim was very popular. And I knew someone that liked to draw in the style of Earthworm Jim. Oh, so long ago. I miss those times. But you can't go back, only forward. Wah. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look for a quick reference to do because I'm getting kind of sleepy. I had one in mind, but it's in my phone, and I can't do that right now. Okay. Now I gotta... Oh, no one's on here. I should probably leave. But I said I was gonna do something. So I might as well do something. Oh my god. I'm yawning. Then another one I thought was funny, but I never really fully watched was The Tick. I did one though. I only remember that word he mentioned for spoon. That's all I remember. But the ones I was more invested in was definitely Animaniacs, Freakazoid. Those WB cartoons back in the days were freaking awesome. I miss those times. And my cat fell down. Fart. Should I just draw one Battletoad? There's 3 of them, and I can't fit them in the card unless I squish them together. Oh, I was just talking about the jet ski. I'll draw that. Okay. And it's a reddish background. It's close to orange. All right. Thank you. This is perfect. Probably. And then that's just a step in the door for a possible 3 frog deal. That's good. Hopefully there's enough room. I don't know. I tried to avoid doing multiple cards unless there's a handful of cards that I don't like. And I do this where I cover it over. And then I figure out a new thing to draw to replace the old drawings. Most of the time turns out pretty good. But then there are just sometimes I get stuck or the drawing is too complicated and I'm intimidated. And then, but some of them I like the drawing and then I don't want to color it. I should probably do that instead. If I really don't want to color, I could just do line art and like a basic color or even monochrome one color thing. And that's fine. Maybe I should go closer. This is a little bit too far. I also want to do some Mega Man bosses. Or Zero. I haven't drawn Zero. I did draw Mega Man, but not Zero. Is he called Rockman? Or I don't know. I just call him Mega Man because that's what we grew up with here. But yeah, I kind of want to draw that. Also, Chrono Cross, maybe. I want to draw Sniff. Inside joke with my family. And then there's also some other games. Final Fantasy, actually, I wouldn't mind. I have to look into which one, though. That's a bit longer than that. Maybe around here. And then there's some funky jet ski. Yeah, I don't know anyone that is familiar with Battletoads. Only the few friends that are within my age range. I rarely ever hear people talking about it. Maybe the old-timey YouTubers that talk about nostalgic games and stuff. At most, maybe those, and then that's about it. They do have a catchy pause song, though. I even have it on my phone. That's how geeky I am. I think I used it as like a ringtone at one point. Oh my god, that is pretty cringe. Oh, this one's kind of bigger than that. Whoops. Well, since the part for the jet ski is gone, I have to use this. I think also because with the frogs, it reminds me of Karopi from Santa. They're not related in any way. Actually, I should draw Karopi like this. That would be kind of cool. Thank you, ideas. Okay, so people are leaving, so I'm gonna go now before someone shows up. So that's what I have for my sketch. So I did have a work in progress, even though I'm adding more work for myself. You have this very cute painting. It's just okay. I could fix a little bit more, but still very, very cute. I did talk about, what the hell did I talk about? I did talk about my blind boxes and had a few of them. One dupe, two were new. That's fine. I also talked about Valentine's Day, helping out with my kid with Valentine's, distracting myself from the stuff going on in the news because I can't handle, and I didn't even look into those files directly, but other people screenshot them and put them on Instagram, which is really disgusting. I know they're trying to give out information that the world is a lie and all that stuff, but at the same time, how much do you need to take before you gotta say that's enough, you know? And some people are taking a break from that. And so this is how I take my breaks. Oh, I also tried to clean up my cards because I didn't like the drawing. That happens a lot, and that's okay. Just, I can't do this too much. I have another chance to put something better or an improved version of the character. And for those of you tuning in, I'll just show this one more time and get on out of your hair because I gotta go to sleep. And they left. That's fine. That means I can go. So that'll be it for now. This is Delion signing on out. If you want to subscribe, please feel free to. If I don't want to give the option, but please subscribe if you can. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, great evening. Go to sleep. I know I should. Take care and see you next time. Bye bye. Oh my god, jeez. Quiet, please.